All right, so we're going to be, on this one, making a perpendicular line through a point on the line. So I have a line. I'm going to go all the way across my paper. Okay, there's a line. I want a perpendicular line that goes right here through that point P. Okay, so here's what I need to do. I need to use any radius I want, but put my point there. Now, I'm going to tell you that if you make it really big, it's going to be hard. If you make it really tiny, it's going to be small, difficult. So just kind of, I would do something like that. Okay, I wouldn't make it real huge. I wouldn't make it real small, kind of a medium setting. So I've got my point on P. I'm going to put a mark here, and then I'm going to swing all the way around and put a mark there. Okay, and really guys, what I'm doing is this. I have just artificially created a segment, and now I'm going to do the exact same steps that I do when I'm creating a perpendicular bisector. I'm essentially going to create a perpendicular bisector for this segment right here, from here to here. Okay, so again, I just picked a random setting for my compass. I swung it once this way and once that way, and now really what I'm going to do is I'm going to bisect that segment, which will end up being just a perpendicular to the line, because on this one it's not a bisector, it's just supposed to be perpendicular to the line through that point. Okay, so if you remember, what we do now is we take our compass, we're going to go back to where that crosshatch is. We need to open up right now, that is exactly half of the distance from here to here. But I need this to be wider than half the distance. So I'm going to open that up. Okay, and then I'm going to come up and I'm going to make a mark above P, and I'm going to make a mark below P. And remember, every time we're doing this, you know, there's really a circle here that's happening. Now I'm going to bring my compass over here. All right, and I'm going to make a crosshatch there, and I'm going to make a crosshatch here. Okay, and then it becomes like the previous ones we've done. I now have a perpendicular line that is going through that point. Okay, so the trick with this one is remembering that you kind of have to artificially create a segment by marking off a part of the line. So we made a segment first, then we just did the bisector on that. All right, I'm going to scooch this down. And now what I'm going to do with the same line, I want to make a perpendicular through a point that's not on the line. So I'm just going to put a random point that's up here above the line, okay? And I'm going to call this point L. What I need to do is I need to get marks that will connect L with the line below. So I can use any compass setting, but if I make it too short, it won't reach. So obviously it needs to be more than the distance from L straight down. So we need to make it really a little bit bigger than the distance. See how that's a little bit more than the distance from L to the line? So I'm going to put a mark here, and I'm going to put a mark here. And basically what you've just done is you said, okay, I'm going to make a segment. All right, we just made a segment right here. And now we're going to run the perpendicular bisector of this segment, and it's going to cut right through there. All right, so we're going to now take our point on this side, okay, and we need the compass to be more than halfway across. I think I'm going to make this just a little bit closer. All right, and I'm going to make a mark up above. I'm going to make a mark down below. Okay, now if I had left my compass the same size, I would have actually gone through that point exactly, but I'm trying to show you that you don't have to go through that point exactly. All right, so I make a mark there, I make a mark there, I turn this around, I go here, I go here, and I take my straight edge and my pencil, and if I've done it correctly, when I line those up, when I line all those up, I can't get it to move, it's stuck on this end. All right, there we go. I should have a line that is perpendicular to the line through that point. And again, if I measure it, it will come out to a 90-degree angle. So there we go. Okay. So we have a perpendicular line through that point that's off the line. Notice that in both of these, you are artificially creating a segment and then just bisecting that segment. So like I say, once you know how to bisect a segment, that is the most important thing you can do is make a perpendicular bisector to a segment.